Hello, and guess what? It's time to gear up for the Mid-America Hypnosis Conference coming up October 17th through 19th in suburban Chicago, Arlington Heights. It's a huge collection of very important, very learned hypnotists, one of which is Carmen Sauciuc. She's going to be talking about some really incredible stuff. Carmen, tell us what you'll be talking about, please.
Karen, I'm going to talk about identity architecture. And why is that? Is because I've been saying for a while, every therapeutic intervention needs to get to the self. It needs to get to identity. And identity is poorly understood, and we need to understand what identity is. In a nutshell, what are the elements of identity? In a nutshell, identity is who you are and what moves through you. And who you are today is not who you were 5 years ago or 10 years ago or when you were in high school. That's very simple.
Is identity different from personality?
Oh, absolutely.
Tell me about that.
100%. So then you have who you are and that what moves through you, right? So think of Carl Jung, the self. Think of Carl Jung individuation. So in that wholeness, you have the personality, the persona, the roles, the masks. Then you have the shadows, all of the things you don't like about yourself. But then you have anima animus. So many people miss on that. And medical literature, they don't like talking about this because it's not measurable. Science likes to measure things, right? Which is okay because we like science. I'm fascinated by neuroscience lately. But when Carl Jung talks about individuation, it's bringing this together. But through that, you have to go through shadow work. Shadow work, it's hard. It's a very hard thing to do. Now, after that, we have Milton Erickson. You love Milton Erickson, right? So what has happened, I always knew who I was. And when I was little, in grammar school, I would observe people do things, be angry, throw words at somebody. And I would remember looking at them and I say, what's the matter with you? It was all quiet. What's your issue? Like the way we say it in English, what's your problem, right? But I would just think that. So when I got to the point that I experienced fearfulness, this is the system. Yeah. It's not a technique. It's not a modality. It's a system. You end up being a system. So when I experienced this, when you begin to design and generate a state of being. So when you generate the state of being, it's right there in your identity, right? So when I experienced this, I said, I have to get this out. Everybody needs to get not their hands on it, but everybody needs to experience it, so then they know how to give that to others, to clients, right? So this is how we re-architect identity. And today, I'm fascinating, and we all should be fascinating by the wonderful, wonderful findings in neuroscience, which shows us clearly. Science likes to measure and wants to pinpoint black and white and pictures, colored or not colored pictures and graphs and waves, that thoughts, they have a certain trajectory through the brain parts, emotions, certain trajectory mainly in a limbic system, but feelings, which are different than emotions. English language mixes feelings and emotions with feelings a little too much, but that's the language that English language has. In other languages, like in Romanian language, which I'm Romanian, we have a certain word for emotion and a different word for feelings, and then additional couple other words. So, and that brings a bit more clarity of what you're experiencing, right? So now neuroscience is showing us, and it's all in a book. I've done a lot of this because it fascinates me, that with emotions, you have about this much trajectory in a brain. With feelings, you have about this much trajectory. Now, Karen,
Let's interrupt and ask, what are you going to teach in the class? Because That's in a 1 hour, you're going to teach all of that?
I'm going to go through this. Yes, I'm going to explain this. I'm not going to go into the details, but I'm going to explain this. And because you have this much trajectory within neuroscience, it means your brain lights up in more places, which we have the science of that to prove in a screen in fMRI. So because of that happens and we have something tangible, people need to have something tangible, a lot of people, right? Then we begin to understand that we have the capacity to feel a feeling by choice. That's what feelfulness is. Choose what you want to feel based on a neural language I developed, or choose your own neural language, but you need to learn which neural language to choose. Then you begin to feel that. And it's not as simple, go ahead and feel a feeling by choice. Well, me now, piece of cake, right? People that I train, piece of cake. But there is a way to feel that. Remember how in mindfulness, everybody, every guru and every big person says, well, you have to feel it if you want it. You have to feel it. So for the longest time, I went, yeah, of course, yeah, you do. Because I already knew how to feel it. And then at some point, I realized that they give you the what, but they didn't give you the how. And then I got insulted. And I figured, okay, I have to bring this out because it's incomplete. And then I developed the system, and I teach you how to feel a feeling by choice. You choose a thought, you couple it with a feeling, you generate a state of being. And when you generate a specific state of being, you become that goes into your identity. And this is a re-architecture, architecture of re-architecting. In this process, go ahead.
Wow, that is an action-packed hour.
Yes, no, well, yeah, it is. Then in this class on Friday, I am going to also take you through an exercise that involves metacognition and meta-emotion. Metacognition has to do with allocating your attention. It's not hypnosis. It's not trance. You're going trance, I'm going to have to wake you up. How to allocate your attention. Is your attention going all kind of places, consciously, subconsciously? I'm going to teach you, well, I'm going to show you an exercise. So then if you are my student, I'm going to teach you how your subconscious is not going to go places you don't want it to go.
So let me ask, is this going to be an upsell to another program or an upsell to your book, or will something actually happen in this hour?
Well, people are going to begin to understand more about their identity and how to re-architect. They're going to have an access to the book if they get the book or not get the book. They're also going to have this wonderful course that I prepared that has a lot of neuro language. Just 3 words speak to an experience, create a state of being, and how you can use this neural language to depotentiate, double bind, and therapeutically dissonate the client. 3 words that are create an experience. And this is phenomenal. And then if people decide that they want more, definitely they are invited and they are welcome to sign up to become a practitioner. It's the most wonderful journey because it's not just about cognitive learning, it's all meta-emotion and journeying into the depths of your soul, into the depths of your identity.
Sounds very cool. That's one of the offerings at the Mid-America Hypnosis Conference, October 17th through 19th, and you still have time to register. I don't know if you're going to put up registration information or not, Carmen, but you can register for the Mid-America Hypnosis Conference. You can go to hypnosisconference.org, I believe, to get all of the information you need. Join us October 17th through 19th. It's going to be a blast. There are games and people and cool people for you to mingle with. Come join us.
Yes, definitely. You do not want to miss this because you get a lot out of this. Not only a lot of teaching, but you get a lot of therapy. You walk out of this conference feeling much better about yourself, knowing how to improve your relationships and so much more. All right.